Hey everybody, it's Veronica the Tray Picker. I'm just doing some work here, and yeah, just trying to get through all that large garage sale haul that I had. I still have to photograph all those books, and I still have to photograph all those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Um, yeah, and I have a whole bunch of stuff. See, as I was all ready to go garage sailing. All ready to go garage sailing. And yep, I looked and I still have this bin right there. I have that bin right there that's full of all the stuff that I got on that $100 last Friday. All of this clothes, well, not this clothes. This is stuff I got to photograph. Huh. Ugh. All these linens right here have to be washed. Hi, Todd. How you doing? This entire bin of clothes has to be washed. All of this pile right here is just what I have started for all new with tag stuff that I'm going to be putting up for auction on Derek's channel, on the 13th. And I'm starting all of the clothes at $1. I'm starting all the clothes at $1, and they're all boobies in the back. Just to, give people good deals and to get rid of them. And that whole pile is new with tags. All the other clothes up here are great brands and stuff, but they don't have tags. This, out of everything that I have, we go. Got this. It's a skirt. It's a leather skirt with tassels. So yeah. Oh. Yes, I have a lot of work. That's why I decided not to go to garage sales today, because I have a lot of stuff. Let me see here. Sales today, because I have a lot of stuff. Let's see. Trying to share this. There's the link for you guys to join in. I added it onto YouTube. So if anybody wants to join in on YouTube, go right ahead. I like my workspace too. It is so cluttered right now. All the bins in the back of me right here that you can see. My husband built those shelves. Those are those rolling shelves from Sam's. Yeah, I have so much to do. And hopefully doing that auction with Derek will diminish some of my clothes. So. Oh, the StreamYard link, not the YouTube link. Okay. Oh, invite, copy. There we go. See, I'm learning something new every day. Okay. Yeah, this is the first time I'm actually doing like a live pop-up and people are actually like coming in. So it's my first try. Oh, there he is. Hello.
He has a message. Okay, now you can delete the link on StreamYard so you don't get some. I mean, even though you get to see the people coming in. You just don't want the wrong people coming in.
Right.
So.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm just trying to get some work done, and I've seen how your auctions have been going and stuff, so I figured I'd reach out to you to see if I, take advantage of it.
That's fine. That's what we do. That's why me, Lexi, and the crew. That's why we'll have a flip around. I know, Todd. We know the deal. Yeah.
Yeah, so these are the little guys that I got. Look at that.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that one right there, if you had the hose, man, you're looking at almost $100 piece on that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell me, but I want to clean them all up. I'm gonna just take a little toothbrush with some Dawn and water and brush them off.
That's all you do. Just don't go too crazy because some of the paint, because it's older, some of the paint's come off.
Just a simple little brush off and dry. That's it.
Yep. That's it.
I'm gonna do another video also, or I can show you guys too. But I found in those bins that I had, I found a stack of truly vintage. I guess you can call them truly vintage, a single stitch shirts, and they're all from like Desert Storm and stuff like that, with like different logos on the front.
Yeah, you gotta show me those because that was my war.
Oh, really?
I was in there. I was in the. I have my actual shirt from the war.
I got this one.
Hold on, I'm plugging something in.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Desert Shield. Yep. That's before it became the war.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got this one. It's a single stitch on the edge.
Nice.
And then I've got this one's also single stitch.
Yep. Desert Storm. Yep. That's a good one.
And this one is also single stitch.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. I do remember that one. That one's actually from.
This one.
That one's actually from some Saudi Arabia.
From Saudi Arabia, yeah.
Yes. That's actually from there. You used to be able to buy those on the black market.
The blanket that was on my bed that we just took off.
Yeah.
My husband bought one of those like meat blankets at a Hajj market, like on his first deployment in 2003.
Yeah.
And we just switched that blanket out.
Did you?
It was so soft.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's another one.
Yep. That's another one. Yep.
And we've got this one in the back. It's actually
Yep, that's the.
For the 46. This one's blue.
Desert Shield. That was the first one of the first T-shirts. Yep.
He's got the.
For it. Yep. 1990. Yep.
And this one. That's the front.
Yep.
But they just pretty much switched it.
Right.
The one. And this is the last one I have. I mean, I don't have any huge details, but.
Yep, I remember that one too. Yep.
And yeah, this one doesn't have anything back. But yeah, that stack of shirts, and they're all single stitch. All of
Nice.
them.
Like I was showing at the auction. I'll have more, but I have the actual.
Wow.
Yep, and that's my folder. This is my collection that I got. But I have sealed cases of the cards.
My husband has some of the chips that soldiers used to be able to trade. He's got some of those. Saudi Arabia money. When I was in Iraq, a couple of buddies, they have Iraqi money. They have coins.
Yep.
Just as souvenirs.
Well, that's where I just literally cleaned out a prior military gentleman's house 2 days ago.
Oh wow!
And he was in the Air Force in the 50s and 60s, and I got a lot of that stuff.
Oh,
yeah, like
my dad was in the Air Force, and so was my father-in-law.
Like this is a sticker, and I know if I put this up, people are gonna go nuts.
Oh wow, that's like a decal.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I grabbed that. That's gonna be worth some money. But then
Wow. Is that like a recruiting brochure?
yeah. Yep.
But it
that one,
actually gives you information. It doesn't just give you like a 1-2 side the way they do now.
Yep. And then
Wow.
so
That is awesome.
and it's actually from an Air Force recruiter.
Wow.
And they got his deployment dates and when he had to have meetings.
Oh my goodness gracious. That is awesome.
Yep. So I got that. And then he was stationed around the world, but I got these are bumper stickers.
Oh wow. Oh, those are the bumper stickers you were talking about.
Yeah.
Wow.
That sad part is, see this? That's my birthday.
Oh, cool.
It's like cool, like an air show on my. I find a sticker, and then we have the original.
Aim high. Yep, I remember those. Oh, I so remember those.
Yep, we got that. Then there's some higher end stuff that.
Yeah, I gotta photograph all these. Paver pack.
Pop Tack.
Oh wow.
That, and then like some other stuff in here that I literally have to go through. But there is actually what they call water slides. They're not decals. They're water slides of from the U.S. Air Force. So, but there's some other stuff here. He was in New Mexico.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that, and then a lot of the stuff like he has stuff here that is actually from around here. Like our the this is Rocky Point.
Oh wow. It's got
And
flags on it too. Look at that.
this was our local like Ferris, all our rides and like a theme park that we had, and they shut it down. So stuff like that, and there's a lot of really cool stuff in here that I have to go through. I remember these. These are you put on the inside, but they're McDonald's.
Oh yeah. So okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've had a great time at McDonald's.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So Good Sam. Remember Good Sam? Like if you went camping.
Yeah.
Have some of the
original Good Sam clubs.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I have to go through all of this stuff, and it's just so cool.
Yeah, instead of like going to garage sales and stuff like that, I've been looking a lot on Facebook Marketplace and on LetGo. So on LetGo, somebody, or Facebook Marketplace actually, she was selling some records for 20, like a whole box.
Yep.
I offered her 15 and she took it. So I went on a little drive to go find her, and MapQuest took me to a completely different place, and I had to go another 8 miles to actually find her because she was like kind of in the mountains here in the Springs. So finally found her, and I went to go pick them up. And I was looking at her stuff. She goes, "Would you like some glass or anything like that?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." I was like, "Well, actually, I'm a reseller. If you have other stuff, I like to sell, vintage glass." And so she goes, "Oh, I've got 2 more boxes for you. You'll save me a trip to the Goodwill." I was like, "Sure, I'll take them." Getting a whole box of records, and then I got 2 other boxes of like crystal and glass and jewelry and figurines.
Nice.
Gave me, and I was like, "Sweet, worth the trip."
That's awesome. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff. Like this guy, like I showed you the keys. Hold on, let me. This stupid TV. This guy's giving me a problem.
Oh, that's all right. I usually have music playing in the background when I'm working.
TV goes. Yeah, but the video goes up with peak and down. But Yeah, the keys catalog I got out of there. That was cool. Um, but yeah, the other day I sold all these. I just have to package them all pictures. So the other day, I mean stuff that you just find and you just let it
I
have
think I
fun.
need I
You
need to
know,
adjust a lot of my prices. I'm trying to like
the
stay
marbles.
where the
Marbles are cool.
where the comps are and stuff
So,
like that.
but
And people always talk about like not racing to the bottom or whatever. But if I'm still gonna make a good profit and I want to give somebody a deal, I don't see why I can't price my item below everybody else's.
hmm right.
Now the marbles that you have, are they
Well,
like
that's it. Well, that's it. I mean, they just don't want to be knocked out of the picture. That's the problem.
yeah.
They're vintage. They're from the '60s.
You have any Steelies? You remember those?
I like there's one that I really like.
Oh, that
Mm-hmm.
was pretty.
Nice. Here's some of the
Nice yellow and orange.
yeah. Got some of those. I got some
I
cat's eyes,
I used to play
all
marbles
different. You
in
know.
school, but we used to have like the ones that were the Steelies, like the heavy ones.
Mm-hmm. Agates. I have some big ones in here too, but yeah, there's one. I have another whole nother bag over here too of the bigger ones. So they sell well. So I might put them up at auction. We'll see what happens.
I have a stack of Dungeons and Dragons books, like the Dungeon Masters and stuff like that.
Those, yeah, you should be selling those.
Well, I have them over here. My husband keeps telling me to hold on to them because he like manually made. He took a big cork board, like a huge cork board, and he
And,
manually
ma- and
drew the grids. And we have that upstairs. And he's got stories and everything.
mhm.
And we built so many characters and stuff like that. It's just that these books are they're kind of old. They're not the new ones, but I guess those
Right. Well,
because
if
like
they're in
manuals.
if they're in good condition and you have the first editions, some of them go for close to $100.
Hold on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There. I'm gonna mute myself for a second. I'm drilling a hole.
So this is one stack I have.
All right, those look like the monsters. Let me see the front covers.
Yeah, see, like this is like all monster manuals and stuff.
Yep, those are. Yeah, I'm telling you,
They're all
you can get
hardcover.
for those.
Yeah, they're all
Yep,
hardcover. I got the Draconomicon,
yep,
that one. I've got two of these. Magic item compendium.
yep. You're sitting on money right there.
I've got one. I got a hardcover player's handbook and a soft cover player's handbook.
Yeah, the soft covered are the ones that you use just to write in. You're supposed to,
Yeah. Then I've got this
but
one, the Unearthed Arcana.
mm-hmm.
Got two of those. Song and
Yep.
Silence.
Damn, you got some good stuff there.
This one,
Dungeon Master Guide.
the Master's Guide.
Yep.
And this one's another monster manual.
Yeah, if you look on the inside, I think those. I want to say those are the 88s.
They were printed in 2006.
Okay, so those are the third editions. The original ones were done in 1981.
Okay.
The purple and red covered 1981s are going for $100 each.
Oh wow. Yeah, and I have another stack of the monster manuals
Yeah,
that are just sitting there. Just
telling you, if you had the original stuff, you'd be making some serious dough. Even those still do good. It's just you get more money with the original stuff.
yeah.
I used to love doing Dungeons and Dragons, especially that was my era. I mean, that's the years. So
Well, during the first deployment, they weren't really very stable. They would only stay somewhere for about 3 days, and then when they finally settled into where they were going to stay, they really didn't have anything. And somebody started talking about Dungeons and Dragons, and they started just making up quests there. And then when he came back, we continued playing. So
there you go.
got it from there.
That's what you got to do. That was it. I mean, we were on an aircraft. I was on an aircraft carrier, so it's a little different. We have the 5,000 guys on, and yeah, you went to Qatar, had your breaks. You went on for a 3-day pass, and that's where we went to Saudi Arabia or you went to Qatar. It all depends on how deep we were in, because we were rotating through. We would do 3 months and then 3 months back and forth, like stay in the Gulf but outside, and then rotate through. So, what are you talking to your husband about?
He's actually just listening to what you're saying.
Oh yeah. So we had fun. And how you doing? No.
Well, he's
Yeah,
busy right now because we're actually just about to start a huge project in the backyard, and
Yep.
we're waiting for Lowe's to drop off all the equipment.
Oh
So
my God, I can
yeah,
imagine.
we're
My kids are doing that at their friend's house today. They had to move a 500-pound boulder and a 32 by 40 shed, a car shed that they had to move yesterday.
Oh wow.
And then they're waiting for, and today's a kind of a crappy rainy day, so they're gonna do it tomorrow, but they have to put down all the sod and everything too. So hey, they're getting paid. I ain't worried about it.
they're getting their money. They're good. Yeah, you guys are also made like pretty good money with these.
Okay. So, but yeah, it's funny.
Oh, I'm just grabbing more stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it, but everybody laughed because up here, where did it go? Oh no.
Oh, that could be Bruce Willis's dad.
Right?
I actually still have my hat from before I left. I had all my sailor cap all signed by the company and everything, and it was cool.
That's cool.
The unit, yeah. Everybody's like, geez, you kept that? I'm like, yeah. Part of my life.
Yeah, Adam still has all his the hats that he got. There was one that was like I don't know, it was a desert hat. Didn't say like Desert Storm or Iraq.
Oh, my OIF.
Your OIF one, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was a cheap thing we bought from the Iraqi Bazaar in Kuwait.
Yeah.
Well, we had a reunion 5 years ago because my ship was decommissioned, so we had everybody together and some of the flight captains, and we all got together, and what a feeling getting back together with the guys. And it's different, seeing the guys again and doing what we were doing, and guys that are not around anymore. that's what hurt when you're waiting to see two guys and they never made it back, or they just finished out their tour and just left. They were done.
Yeah.
And well, I had when I was in, we had an A6 land, and it was coming in hot, and one of the rear wheel, the starboard side rear wheel came off and bounced,
Wow.
and we dropped into our pit, and the shock mount went through and caught one of my guys right in the shoulder, ripped his shoulder. I mean, literally ripped it right out. And the girl that was with us, because we had a couple of flight crew that were women at the time, and she got the whole tire put on her. So yeah, so of course, because I was a flight captain, I had to get out of there. Now you think, because it was coming in at 120 miles an hour, it bounced, it hit them and stayed. The temperature of the shock tower was 1,400 degrees.
Oh my God.
So we had the fire crew come through and trying to rip everything off. I'm trying to get out because we had to get the pilots out of the plane, out of the two pilots out of the plane, and it was just a total mess. But I lost those two guys. So, but that's stuff where the government doesn't tell you that, and you don't hit that. They just said that they got hurt, they got injured, they got killed in action. That's all they say. They don't tell you how it happened. But it's brutal when you have somebody standing there and you can't do nothing, because literally the tire and the shock mount was almost 600 pounds.
Jesus Christ.
So, yep.
And they just a little accident at sea. No, it's it's not just, yeah, same thing, it happens to the Army too.
Yep. I mean, my aunt was in the Army too. She retired as a major.
Okay.
But she asked to go to be deployed, and they told her no.
There's some that they'll tell no because of their MOS or what they do when they're back here, and they won't let them deploy because they're too important.
Yep. And that was like, I want to go. She was an MP.
No.
She was an MP.
Well, I mean, then they say some stuff like, okay, well, we need the critical people to stay back. You don't have to deploy. And then they deploy a pediatric oncologist to be the main doctor for these men that are in combat. It's like, what is a pediatric oncologist?
Entire military system.
Yeah, there's 4 in the entire military system, 4. And you put him as the battalion PA for 500 soldiers. Mm-hmm. You're in the entire country, and they send them to deploy. We have other PAs.
Mm-hmm.
There was a friend of mine. He was enlisted, and then he went officer. He went, enlisted to officer, became a PA. He ended up getting the varicella shot and Guillain-Barré side effect from it.
Oh man!
So he lost, his hands are like this.
Mm-hmm.
He's always in pain when he walks and stuff like that. But he deployed 10 times. He was air evac'd back because he had complications from Guillain-Barré, where he was paralyzed from the waist down for about 3 weeks.
It's ridiculous.
I picked him up because I was an air evac coordinator.
Yep.
So I was going to pick up the injured soldiers, and I'd have everything ready for them when they got back. Their family, all their medical care, everything was already arranged before the wheels hit the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to go pick him up. I followed him to Denver because they had to transfer him to Denver because they couldn't take care of him here.
Mm-hmm.
He healed.
Now you're in Colorado Springs?
I'm in Colorado Springs, yeah. Well in Fountain, yeah.
We'll find. We might be able to meet up in 3 years. My son's applying for the Air Force Academy.
Oh, awesome! I hope he gets in.
He's right now. His GPA is a 396.
Very good. That is awesome.
Yeah, I told him he needs to go military. He's cocky right now because he knows his grades, but he wants to be part of SWAT. He wants to be
Okay.
and either that or he wants to go border patrol. And I says, listen, you can go Army. It's not a problem. But I'm telling you, you want to learn and you want to do something better with your life, go Air Force.
Air Force. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, but I have to go go to Colorado Springs. I says, I can get you into the Navy, but you're going to have to go to Great Lakes. And he's like, I said, knowing you, you'll get stuck. You'll get stuck in Great Lakes in the middle of January.
I went to basic training in January in Missouri.
Ugh.
It was rainy. It was cold. I think I've seen the most snow in my life because I was coming from Laredo, Texas. Okay.
Yeah.
We had seen flurries once in my life, 19 years old, getting
Right.
on the bus with snow everywhere. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to die.
Well, it's like when I went in, you guys should know this. When I went in, because I went in 1990, right at the end of 1991, right when the war started. And they said you can go Great Lakes, San Diego, or Orlando, because that's when the Navy had three bases to do basic training.
Right.
And I said, I'll go San Diego because my MO was aviation ordnance, and I was like, okay, no problem. So they sent me out to San Diego, and a couple of people I knew went to Orlando, and they said Orlando sucked because it was it was co-ed, because we in San Diego, that's where all the girls went to Orlando. Everybody else, because that's why the guy's like, oh, I'll go to Orlando, And I went, and it was January, so I was not going to Great Lakes. Hell no.
No.
I went to San Diego. I went to San Diego, and we went for our swim test. And back when, I don't know if you guys had it or your husband had it, but back then the judges were lenient on on some of the drug dealers. They would tell them you would either A, do 6 months in prison, or give 4 years to your country. So I had a lot of guys from Mississippi, Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma that have never seen water.
Oh, wow.
So what you have to do is you have to jump from a 10-meter diving board into the water, tread for 5 minutes, and then swim. Well, some of these guys have never seen water. So once they jump into the water, they go straight down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had one of them try to take me down with him.
Oh my God.
For my safety, I kicked him. And he went down. Well, I came back up. My CO was standing there screaming at me. He is your buddy. You got to go down and get him. Now, this guy's 6'3", 285. I'm 5'6", like 150 pounds soaking wet. I had to go down 25 feet down because that's how deep the pool was. Get him up, take him to the side of the pool, and then I still had to do my 5 minutes and swim.
Oh my God.
I get out of the water, and this was like day 4, because the first day you get all your shots, you're doing your uniforms, you're doing all that. So day 4 we went over and we did the pool, and we didn't have RCPOs, we didn't have flag, we didn't have our flag guy, we didn't have safety markers, we didn't have all that set for the company. I get out of the water, I had to help him out of the water. I went back, did my swim, and got done. I got out of the water, and the CO standing in my face. He goes, okay. He goes, you stand right here. And I'm like, what do you mean stand right here? He goes, yep. He goes, you make sure all the guys are in line ready to go. He goes, you're in charge of these guys now.
Alrighty then.
I'm like, but I'm only a recruit, sir. He goes, shut up, recruit. You're already making it up the ranks.
All right then.
So I was like, all right, no problem. So I was in charge of them all the way through. One time, and when San Diego, Camp Pendleton, the Marine base is right next door.
Right.
They burnt down their mess hall. So they had to come. They had to come and have chow with us.
Oh my God.
They come in cattle trucks. They come in cattle trucks coming around our grinder. So you can't cut through the grinder because you have to go on the outside of the grinder. They're cutting through our grinder. Well, one of the drill sergeants had his company go right through my company. I stopped my company. I got right in the drill sergeant's face. Here's this big, huge, ginormous black guy. Oh, yeah. And I'm yelling at him. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm your drill sergeant. I'm in charge of you. He's like, excuse me. And my RCOs were little Filipinos, like 4'11". They were these little guys. He goes, you go back to the group. You get your guys you get our chow. You go chow. You go chow. I take care of him. And this little Filipino, 20 minutes he was out there yelling at him. This is our base. You do what we have to do. You go by our rules. You don't give the. Oh yeah, you lay it into him. I was like, oh my God. I left boot camp. It was a Friday afternoon. My mom and dad flew in, and they got to the graduation grinder and the field, and they're like, "Where's Derek? Where's Derek? He's not with the company." And he's like, "Where is he?" And I can because I knew where I was. They didn't know because I had my tassels. I had because of me being in charge of the company. Right. So they didn't know that. I just kept that all hush hush. I just said, I'm having good, do what I have to. They got back and I come walking out and I got the letter of commendation from the Naval Hospital and from the base because of what I've done. Right. So I stood there and they came up and I had to get the accommodations and my mom's like, of course, in tears. And so at the end of graduation, they came down and they said, why did you tell us this shit? Why did you tell us? I'm like, Mom, it's none of your business. Let me. I said, just be proud of me and just be quiet. There you go. And she goes, were you coming home? I'm like, I'm not coming home. I had to go to Billington, Billington, Tennessee. So I got there, and that was another 8 weeks of hell. Yep. It was the middle of summer, in the middle of in Tennessee, 98 degrees, sitting out there, full garb.
Wow.
And it was just brutal, but it was fun. I got to know every aspect of every plane, and then all of a sudden we were done, and they're like, "Okay, you're getting shipped out." And I'm like, "I haven't even gotten to see my parents yet." They're like, "You get 3 days to fly home. Say hi to your parents. Don't tell them what's going on. You just tell them you're being deployed." And I had to fly back out to San Diego, and they put me on a P3 and flew me out to my aircraft carrier and to do my 6 months. Yeah.
Wait.
That was fun. I had a lot of fun because we went over the equator and we did our whole our traditions and all in the grease. You had to slide in the grease in the pool, and oh yeah, it was fun. And then because I was a new guy, I was not a recruit, but I was a newbie I was green on the aircraft carrier. The first night they put me in a bunk right underneath right above the steam lines for the aircraft's landing. So when it took off, when the planes took off, it was almost like a big rush of hot steam just flowing through this pipe, and literally I'm here and the pipe's right here above me.
Oh my God.
Oh, and you had whoosh, that's all you heard. So you couldn't sleep. The first couple of times you wake up and bang.
Yep.
But it was a very interesting. It's a different life to live. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I mean, I came from a military family. My grandfathers were both in the military, and my uncle and my aunt. But I loved it. I got the training I needed. I got schooling I needed. You know, if I had to do it, if I had to do it over again, I would do it over again. But a lot of people are like, I wouldn't do it. Why would you do that? I'm like,
It was
for
actually
what? For your country.
when I joined the army, and when I took my ASVAB and all my tests, my scores were like really, really high. So the Air Force offered me a position to go in there, but they could not guarantee me a medical position. So
That sucks.
I said no, and I went Army because I wanted to go into the medical field, and I went to basic training in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. And,
Did you go to San Antonio?
After that, yes.
After that, yeah. My aunt was stationed in San Antonio. She was
my AIT.
She was a phlebotomist when she first went into the military. And then she's like, no, this isn't for me.
No, I mean, I loved it. And then my first duty station was at Walter Reed in DC.
Yep.
So I worked at Walter Reed and went to Bethesda for a little bit. Went to Avon for a little bit.
You wanted to see an amazing hospital, and a lot of people were surprised that I said this, was Balboa in San Diego. What a beautiful, gorgeous, like art deco, new wave, like all the curves. It doesn't look like a hospital.
It's really
and literally, it's right near the airport, so the planes go flying right over the.
Wow.
Yeah. I had to go over there because we had to do some testing. Like they had to make sure that you didn't have asthma. They made sure that all the extra stuff. So you went over there, and I mean, I was like, wow, this is cool. Like and then stupid me, I left the military, and what did I do? Went medical. I became an EMT and worked in the ER, and
see now I used to do the whole patient movement stuff for the soldiers coming in, but then when they started sending less and less soldiers there, they kind of took away that position. So
right.
I had to move over to something else, and now my job is turning because I'm a 7, like I'm a higher level employee.
You're an E7?
I'm a GS.
GS. Gotcha.
So it's like I'm trying to. It was either take this position or you have no job type of thing.
Gotcha.
Since my other job stopped, so now what I'm doing now, and I've been doing it for about 5 years, I'm just doing the readiness stuff. Like sure all the soldiers have all their immunizations, making sure that they're medically ready to deploy.
Right. I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's a lot of numbers, a lot of analysis, a lot of work and behind the scenes, and it's extremely boring.
Yeah, but that's
boring. It's very tedious, and it's almost like babysitting children, because it's like you have to talk to these young captains and tell them what they're supposed to be doing, and they're like, well, why?
Right. No, just love that. Why? Right. It's like when I became flight captain, I was in charge of aircraft. I was in charge of 7 F-14s on the deck, and they were like, "Why do we have to listen to you? I'm your flight captain. I'll tell you if you can take off or not. Your plane's not ready." Well, how come my plane's not ready? Because you didn't do your checks on the plane.
Exactly.
I'm not letting you take off. And they're like, oh, but you want to know what? After a couple of months, you earn the respect of those captains, and they'll treat you like you're $1 million.
See, and that's the problem also. I've worked everywhere in the hospital. I've worked for lab, for the referral center. I've worked for the Dentac. I know all of their systems. I was working with their medical record system that they're using right now. I was
Mhm.
using the beta testing of it when I was in DC.
Okay.
You know,
Wow.
the medical system we use right now, I've been using for more than 20 years.
Wow.
Um, so because of the knowledge that I have, I am pulled to so many different other little areas. I mean, I'm not part of the department. I don't even work under their leadership, but because
But
of the knowledge that I have, they're constantly pulling me to go and do other people's work. And then they see how fast I do it, and they are constantly wanting me to do it over and over again. And my job, my actual job, gets pushed to the side.
you're sitting there going, "Son of a b."
Yeah.
What? You know?
So, and it's like a never ending thing. And it's just, that's something that I'm trying to step away from right now. Um, and trying to do the reselling thing. That's why I'm trying to get more knowledgeable on different stuff. Because, at the beginning, you start watching the videos like Rally Roots, and I watched Todd, and, I
Mhm.
watched Rape and Profit, and I'll watch Star, Flippin' Hippos, all the stuff that she sells.
Right.
And Dom, the auction professor, all that, like just information on stuff. And I started getting, you would go to the thrift stores and you find this like, oh, this looks cool, and you start grabbing all this stuff when you begin because you think that that's what's going to sell. Um, so
And then you learn.
yeah, see, and now I'm at the point to where I'm trying to move from being a hobby seller because I wasn't even part time. I'm not even
Right.
gonna I'm not even gonna BS anybody. I wasn't even part time. I was being lazy, and I was more of a shopper than a reseller. So
Yeah, it happens. I mean, I've done it. I've done it sometimes where that's why when I was on Lonnie's show
mhm.
back
Yeah,
April of
that's
last
when I started
year,
watching you.
yeah, back last year, everybody was like, "Oh my God, he knows so much." I do. It's just sometimes you get to the point where, okay, like I have a box here that I'm going through
Mhm.
that it's all Japanese and Korean diecast that I have never seen.
See, so these are the records that I got. A lot of them are.
You got Harrison, yeah, Julian, my fair lady. That's okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
so, I mean, I got a lot of these, but I'm checking the records and I'm making sure they're not like scratched or too scratched
Right.
or anything like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, a lot of that stack that I got of records, that's what I'm going through right now from that lady that I got for
Yeah.
$15 for all that stuff. A lot of it is musicals, like the original cast of stuff.
Right. A
Like,
lot of the Disney stuff set like going around the world in 80 days. Yep.
yeah, I got this one. This one's like, sheesh, printed in the USA.
Hmm. Yep. That's the yellow and white Deca logo on the front.
Yeah.
If you get the orange Deca logo, it's a different.
Oh,
There's different. Say,
then I got the High Fidelity, the My Fair Lady. I have this one, the Man of La Mancha,
Man of La Mancha. Yep.
for the original class.
Yeah. Somebody put E and D on that, huh?
Yeah, it's on the plastic.
Yeah. Just could use Axe spray and just wipe it off.
Yeah, but South Pacific, that movie,
Hmm.
that one too. This
Yep.
one, American Scene.
Yep. Matravani.
Uh,
But yeah, this is one of the Japanese fire
yeah,
trucks.
that one, you showed it to us a couple of times. That one's like really cool.
Yeah, this one's made by Yokaneta Toys.
Hmm.
So I have to do some research on it, but I've never
Fiddler on the
put it
Roof.
on the roof. Yep.
So I mean, I don't know if I should just put all these musicals in a lot
Hmm.
and see if
Yeah, that's the best bet. Yep.
I've never even heard of this movie.
Molly McGuire's. No. Sean Connery.
Oh yeah, look, Sean Connery. I didn't see that. Neil Diamond.
Oh boy. Oh yeah. Yep.
From the original motion picture. Oh, huh, look at this one. Got this one too, and they're all in there.
The Graduate. I remember that movie. Yep.
Mrs. Robinson. Oh,
I was watching Bronx Tale yesterday.
Oh, cool. Yeah, this is
Stop in Chicago. That's a good movie. Yep. Very long movie.
Like I said, it's like a lot of films, and that's just a little handful that I grabbed from the box of records that I got. So I'm thinking I'm just going to lot them up in lots and just put it in like fair condition.
Yeah. Yep. That's the best bet. And some of that stuff is better local sale than it is shipping that stuff. It's so bad.
See, and I got this locally, so I am going to put them on Facebook. I'm going to put them back on Let Go, and I'm also going to put them on. I'm going to try and get on to Offer Up because I was watching Sunny Las Vegas Thrifts.
Yep, Sunny.
He's been getting a lot of good deals on Offer Up, so might as well.
I like Mercari too. Mercari's good.
I've been listing on Mercari. I just haven't really gotten. I got one sale like 2 weeks ago on Mercari, but I am cross posting everything.
Right.
I'm grabbing 2 things right now that I sold that I remember I have to go and ship. It's already 10:30. So I'm gonna grab those real quick. It was just a fluffy that I sold on Poshmark, and then I sold the skirt on eBay.
Now you're near Val. You know that, right?
Yeah, she's actually right down in Canyon City. That's where my brother lives.
Okay. Yeah, Val, and then you have Kimmy.
Kim's
borderline horror.
Erin, the best offer queen, she lives in the Springs.
Oh, that's cool.
So she goes to the same bins and stuff that I do. I'm probably sure if I would have gone to the garage sales this morning, I probably would have run into her because there's a lot of community garage sales going on today. Or just,
oh wow!
There's like 2 or 3. So like I said, I was all ready to go. I was all ready. Yeah, I got I even got my little cherry picker shoes. Let me see if I can show you. And
cool.
And I came down here to grab something, and I looked at all of my bins completely full.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, I can't bring in more stuff. I have to photograph this stuff. I have to get it listed. I have to do my research. I want to get rid of it in lots. For little stuff or whatever, and then just go through the stuff. But like all that clothes that you see behind me, that's all stuff that I'm gonna put on the auction on the 13th. I still have 2 more bins.
Yep.
I still have 2 more bins of like the larger sizes, like anything between 18 and 24. I have an entire bin.
Yeah, because I know Victoria's been selling stuff like that too, and she has a lot of smaller sizes, and sometimes the smaller sizes don't sell really well. So a lot of the bigger sizes do.
I have a stack of Torrid. Like a pile of Torrid. So I got all that stuff, and I've already made the money back that I spent on the entire lot.
Gotcha. So you're all set, yeah.
I paid $200 for all 18 bins. She just wanted to get rid of it. So I mean,
it's like my half a Gaylord I got for $30. I mean, so I'll be doing that within the next couple of days too. So
yeah, sure.
There you go.
Oh, well, this is what he found that he used to carry around.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got all his stuff.
Off his book. Yep.
Yeah, it's got the weapons mall.
It's got the weapons mall and everything in there. Yeah.
There you go. That's cool.
As a matter of fact, I could probably destroy some of that information.
Yeah.
Socials in there, soldiers still.
Yeah, like I said, it's tough because like a lot of the stuff that was at the guy.
He's a medic, but he was also the supply sergeant. So he is still he's been out of the military now for 8 years. He medically retired. He still remembers the ASIN number or the NSN number.
Yep.
Of certain items, he still remembers the number. He still remembers.
There's some stuff that it's like somebody would, like the other day. I went to a yard sale and somebody had 40 model kit.
Wow.
I mean, some of the stuff is missing because they thought they were funny. They got drunk one day and just thought they would like throw them.
Oh.
So I have to keep this one.
Yep, definitely.
That was my aircraft carrier.
Really?
So
That's
yeah.
cool.
I mean, this is earlier. This is earlier than when I was, but I have.
I'm gonna build you 2 sheds, aren't I? One for the supplies that you're selling, and one for the ones you're keeping.
Yep.
Me.
There's the planes I worked on. So
Awesome.
and that is one of the
He was on the USS Enterprise.
BF-111.
No way.
That was his aircraft.
Yep. Hey, Dad. Hold on a second.
That's awesome. That's not the one that got decommissioned. Enterprise is still in, isn't it?
It got decommissioned. That's why they had their party. That's why everybody got
Yeah,
together.
I heard him talking about that.
That's what they decommissioned.
Is there a new Enterprise that's being?
I don't know.
That's what they should call the space shuttle. Enterprise. Just like the show.
Oh. All right, so I've got your food. Where is my rag? Oh, here it is. I found it. I don't know if Todd is still on here. Todd, are you still on here? Are you watching this still? I feel like singing. I like to sing when I work. Okay, so that's in there. All right, so I got this to photograph next. I don't know if you guys can see it. Look at that. It's like a little shadow box boat, but it's a shadow box boat. That's a key holder for, it would like go perfect in a boat shed, I would think. It's pretty tall, see? Look at that. Alrighty. It even has a little hook in the back for you to, look at. There's a price tag on it. It says like it's 35 bucks. This is what I'm photographing next, Derek, right here.
Sorry about that. Dad was there. That thing's cool.
It's a shadow box, but it's a holder.
For the keys. That's cool.
Like
that is awesome. That is awesome. So what were your husband saying about the Enterprise?
No, that if they made another one, because he had heard that it was being, he didn't know if it was being decommissioned. I was like, no, it got decommissioned.
Oh yeah, it's been decommissioned. It's been decommissioned since 2011.
Yep.
I was there. That's why I said I have my shirt from.
Buddies.
Yeah. So, and I love it because I wear it and people sit there and go, huh? What is that? You think you're funny? What was your captain's name? Captain Picard, or you know?
Actually a ship. Learn your history, people.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I hate that. I fucking hate that.
I found a shirt on Facebook, just the just whatever one, and it's a black shirt and it says DD214. That's so that's what it says on it. Like
yeah.
all of it, and some people will take offense to it.
Yep.
But to us, it's like we're retired, we're done. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
You know? It's like we got our DD-214.
Yep.
So sometimes my husband and his brother they will wear them together when they're out and stuff. So they'll get some stares. He wore it last year. We went to the Pueblo State Fair.
Oh no.
He was wearing it, walking around, and he was getting some looks.
Forgot I was wearing it.
He forgot he was wearing
You forgot you were wearing it. Bullshit.
I don't pay attention to what I'm wearing.
No, he really doesn't. I have to tell him.
Oh my
Just
god.
grab stuff on. But there was some people that were like with a thumbs up, you know, and laughing because they understood it. But we went to the bathroom. We went to the bathroom. We were waiting for our kids to go to the bathroom, and there was this couple that was wearing an Air Force retired cat.
Yep.
He was just giving this glare, like just glaring at my husband with that shirt.
Well, it's like I have another T-shirt that says if you ain't AO, you ain't shit. That's the aviation ordinance motto.
Yeah.
So and we got that. You get that when you graduate. That's one of the things that you get is the T-shirt. And I wore it one day, and they said, "You ain't AO. What are you calling it? What are you calling me, an asshole?" I'm like sitting going, dude. If you weren't military, were you? Yeah, I was military. Yeah. And then they go, then they were like, well, I said, where were you? I was in 28 Palms. I'm like, fuck you, you were. Bullshit. You don't know what this means and you're yelling at me? Yeah, get out of here. You watch too much TV.
This isn't Jag.
Right, exactly. And it's so funny. You look at Jag, and I used to sit there and watch it because I liked Catherine Bell, and my wife liked what's his name there, Harm. So all of the video of them in planes was pretty much used in the movie Top Gun.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was file footage, but it's all the Top Gun stuff.
Nope.
But yeah,
I just use my phone to photograph.
there you go. But it's one of those things now. It's awesome. It's fun when you're in. You do what you need to do. You say once you're done, you say you served your time. Loved your country for it. But when you have people that come back at you and say, why did you do that? And why the country doesn't deserve this and backlash.
Mm-hmm.
I just get so frustrated with it. I'm like, seriously, I put my life at risk for you guys, and this is how we get treated.
Yep, it happens all the time.
Yep.
I mean, like right now, my husband's a medical retiree, so at the hospital, I work at the hospital.
Yep.
It's right now with the way everything is, the only people they're treating is active duty soldiers. So all dependents, all retirees, so all of our stuff that we need to take care of, like medical stuff, and we're being pushed out to the network, like pushed out to the city. So,
and I don't like that because my friend
pay out of pocket, and it's like I'm already paying out of pocket for my insurance, mind you. I think we have, like, for TRICARE for Life, it's the best. It is a great benefit that we get, and I love it.
Right.
But it's still trying to get the care, like the access to care around here is very
bad.
difficult.
We have, I mean, our VA isn't the greatest. I have a best friend that I graduated high school with. She's an NP. There that she tries to get me in when I can, but it's like, God, like, what are you doing? There's nothing they can do. It's like my uncle's in Florida. but he goes to the VA down there is absolutely gorgeous, and he was paralyzed. He had a deuce and a half land on his back.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So but he's been paralyzed since 78, and that's what I said. My family's been like diehard military through and through. My grandfather was in the 10th Mountain Division.
Oh wow.
And so that's why I said we know Colorado very well, like Camp Hale and Alp, all those pretty much started by the 10th Mountain Division. Half of the guys that left Nike. People don't understand. Nike was designed by a gentleman who was in the 10th Mountain Division.
Oh wow.
Yep.
There was a kid in my middle school that for our we were taking junior high, either 7th or 8th. We were taking like a economics class or something like that.
Yep.
And we had to try to come up with an invention.
Okay.
Try and sell, like to market.
Yeah.
Remember those pump shoes that Reebok came up with?
Reebok pumps. Yep.
He made a shoe like that. He put like balloons like under his sole and stuff like that.
Yep.
He created that 5 years before those shoes came out. And
wow.
Not the one that was.
You're right.
Yeah, but we were in freaking junior high.
Mm-hmm.
5 years later, I was like, I've seen this shoe before, and I looked at it, and I was like, I was already in high school when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow.
My boys had they called it the invention convention at my son's elementary school. 7th and 8th grade did it. The 1 year he made, it was called the horse saddle. It was made for babies to go on carousel horses. It was a strap and it was a baby seat, and he made the strapping and everything to go around so a baby could ride the carousel horses.
That's awesome.
And then the year after, we got a wheelchair and we put I can't remember what we called it, but we put a canopy over for a wheelchair for the seniors so they could be outside and not worry about getting sun and everything. It was a canopy cover.
Right.
So, it was kind of cool doing stuff like that.
Today's date.
So
today's the 5th, right? 6th.
4th, 3rd or 4th, 3rd, because the Monday's the 6th, or is it the 8th? Hold on, give me one second. I'll tell you right now. The 5th. Today's the 5th. Can't even remember what I'm looking at anymore. But so, all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna bounce out. I'm gonna get a couple of more things done and see what's going on. So the 13th. Remember, she'll be on the 13th with me on my channel, selling all her goods.
Yep.
So, and we'll have it all set up. You'll have your banner and all, so when people know that when you're there, who to send to and everything. So,
okay.
Bye, guys.
Have a good time, Derek. Have a good day.
All right.
Thanks.
You too.
Bye. All right. So I'm just doing some listing right now. I'm going to go ahead and list the shadow box. Put shadow box. Put fishing shadow box. Key holder. It is 22.5 inches long. By, at the widest, it is 8 inches. Let's see to weigh this. All right, so 2 pounds, 12 ounces. Now, here's the question. What box would I put it in? I think I would put that in a shoebox. In the priority mail shoe boxes. Let's go see real quick. Try not to trip over all my stuff over there. See, that's why I could not go garage sailing today. I had to stay here. I have to get some of my stuff done. So here's the free shoe box. I might have to. Oh. What is it? No, it doesn't fit. Wah, wah. I might have to Frankenstein this. You know what? I'm gonna call my shipping expert. Hey, Ronnie. No, I'm actually just photographing it right now to put it in my store, Susan. If you're interested, we can just, make a deal. But yeah, look at that. It's a key holder. And what did I say? It is 22 and a half by 8 inches. So it's got the little hook in the back right here. So you can hang it. I think it belongs like in a boat house or a boat shed. Or just for keys. Yep. But right now I'm trying to figure out the dilemma of what I'm going to put this into ship. See, part of my listing method is to make sure that I have the proper dimensions of the box that I'm going to put in there. That way, if I'm anything over a pound, I charge people listing. Anything under a pound, I go ahead and do free shipping. Since this is a heavy item, I do charge shipping for it. So I want to make sure that it's the most accurate that it can be, because I don't like to overcharge my customers for their shipping. I try and get it as great as possible, like as near as possible to what I'm actually going to ship it as. So let me go get my shipping manager, my lovely husband. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, so here it is. All right, so I tried to put it in the shoebox and it sticks out. Oh, well, sorry. Okay. What about that one right there? On the top. Too short. Still too short. What about the flat long one? That one's too short up there too.
Prove to me that it'll fit in there before you even tell me it's too big. Look, it's barely going to fit in there. You tell me the box is too big.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, see? As a matter of fact, I have to that way. And which I wouldn't be too worried about the wood being
I was looking at that one.
That is literally the longest box you have. No box you own is longer than this. And that is not long enough by an inch. So, no other box you see up here will work. The only other possibility might be those cherry ones. But it's too
Definitely
thick. Unless
this one will definitely have to be a local sale.
because if it were opened up when it's shipped, it's flatter, and I can actually wrap it.
You can wrap it completely. I think I might just put this one on the door offer up. If it's too hard to be for the shipping, I'll put it more of a local sale type of thing.
Well, if it's a good price, go ahead and do it, because worst case scenario, I can make a box specifically for it out of
Yeah, it is glass.
large sections.
It is glass in the front. That's why I said any of my items, especially if they have glass or anything like that, I like to make sure that I have the proper packaging for it, that, you know, it's going to be able to be packaged safely. So I try and see what I want to do, where I want to list it. This one, I mean, a lot of the times if it's too difficult to find a box for it, or if it's just going to be more of a hassle to ship than it's worth, then I'll try and do it locally. Yeah.
Maybe.
Another Acer box. Those boxes are so
This
heavy.
one's thicker. As far as that can fit into an Acer box. And this one's a lot thicker, so I can pad it properly. And it has room for me to put padding all around it.
Padding all around it.
So, one of these boxes.
All right, so an Acer box.
Need dimensions?
Yes, the internal fight is real. I honestly don't know what I want to list it at. I'm gonna do a little bit more comps to see if any other people have sold stuff like this. But maybe 20, maybe, because I mean they're gonna have to be paying for shipping, and it's a pretty big box, so I'm leaving it at shipping. It's a busy cooler day. Yeah, like I was about to go garage sailing, but I decided to stay here at home and work on my money mountain here. I have a whole box of records that I'm still going through, but I'm probably going to lock those up. All right, so I got the pictures done here. Church. All right. Got all the photos, and I'm going to put it in an Acer box, which is... You know, a lot of the stuff that I find, I think I'm finding neat stuff, and it just sits on eBay. But I'm going to start cross-posting more to Mercari and more on Facebook Marketplace, especially with the whole shops they have now. I don't know how to become a shop on Facebook Marketplace. I have no idea. So I'm just going to keep listing. Yeah. Right. So this is 22 by 16 by 4. $16 by 4. And then I have to put them both on the scale. Oopsie. Yep, I just did that. I just did that. Look at this. When I was picking it up, look at this. I just broke it. All that work. All that work. Oh. I mean, I guess I could put it back with wood glue, but it wouldn't be the same. I broke it. Oh. All right, guys, I'll be right back. All right, guys. Yeah, have a good day. Oh, really? That is so awesome. I'm great you're enjoying that rice. It's delicious, isn't it? That actually made my day. Thank you, Susan. Oh. No, no, no. I just did it. I picked it up and it hit my chair. It happens. I might keep it or just get rid of it and sand that bottom. I'm not sure. Or wood glue it. I'll see if my husband can fix it. But thanks for visiting, Susan. Have a very, very great day and stay sweet like you always do. All right, guys. I am going to I'm going to go ahead and get busy here and get to listing. I want to thank Derek for joining me. And yeah, I'm going to get busy. I'm going to try and get all this bin photographed and listed up either locally or Facebook or eBay, Mercari, Poshmark. Just cross post, get your stuff out there so that people can see what you want. So I'm going to get to work here, and you guys be strong, be smart, and live sweetly with everybody. Everybody, just be sweet. All right? Have a great day, guys.